All right, welcome to the Album Listeners Club. It's Friday night, time to rock. And tonight I'm going to go over a couple good bands I saw about a year ago, a little over a year at Loud as Hell 2025. All right, let's get into that.
Friday night metal, lighting up the sky, screaming out loud, we were born to fly, sparks in the flesh we own.
All right, yeah, so if you like this video so far, give me a like and subscribe, a thumbs up, comment, whatever, share with your friends. I sure would appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.
News. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming on the Album Listeners Club.
All right, yeah, so as I was saying, Friday Night Metal, my name's Todd. I'm going to go over a couple bands. First one, I seen both these bands last year, August 2025, at the Loud as Hell Open Air Festival that they have every year. That was year 13. This year is going to be 14. I'm going to that. It's going to be awesome. Always see new bands. Actually, this year I'm going to see a few bands that I've seen already, but are really good. So, yeah, I can't wait. It's a good thing. August long weekend. Just thrash metal bands, and well, some are not totally thrash, some are like kind of melodic kind of metal bands, like 80s bands, and some good old rock and roll. Anyways, I'm going to show you two bands that I bought their albums because their sets were so awesome and I loved them. All right, the first one is Hazard, and they're from Calgary. Actually, both these bands are from Calgary. But Hazard, it says here on the little sticker, Calgary, Canada's thrash metal maniacs return with their anticipated new album. Limited edition to 200 copies on Rough Seas colored vinyl. Tracked and mastered by Johnny Gasparic from Into Eternity. Artwork by Andrei Buzakov. And it says championed by Dave Mustaine as promising thrash hopefuls. And anyways, so this is Hazard's third album called The Third Dimension, and here it is. Sorry, the lighting's not the best. There we go. Here's the back. Show you what there's an insert with it. Here's the band, 3-piece band. Actually, I think they're a 4-piece, but these guys must be the main guys. I don't know. Lyrics on the back. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't remember if they were. Maybe they were a 3-piece. Actually, they probably were. Here's the copy of the record. I got the Sea Green, whatever, Thrash and Sea or whatever it was called. Good album. Good album. And this one came out in 2025, I believe, just before. And we got songs like, side A starts out with Interdimension. It's kind of like just the instrumental, I guess. Then it goes into Scars, Onto Ashes, Deathbringer, and TTT Interlude. Then we go to side B. We got Plagius, Thrash Till Death, Parasitic, A Fell Omen, which is an instrumental, and Control. And yeah, this album's just good through and through. And I saw these guys. I thought they were awesome. And anyways, I did a deep dive, went on the interwebs there. And it says, hailing from the Great White North and Calgary, Alberta. This thrash quartet, Hazard, was initially formed by drummer vocalist Dylan Westendorp and guitarist Brendan Malicki. I don't know the names very well. Two Calgary teens who were inspired by the early work of thrash legends such as Overkill, Metallica, and Anthrax. They have been active since 2013. And yeah, like I said, I saw them first at the Loud as Hell in Drumheller of August 2025. Yeah, their other albums they have. First one, it's called Victimize the Innocent, and it was an EP. And I think it was just digitally, not an album. And that was put out in 2013, December of 2013. Their first full-length album was Misleading Evil, which was put out in August 2017. I don't have that, but I'm going to probably get that in the next one. Their second album, which is a full-length, is called Delirium, and that was put out in January of 2020. And the third album, The Third Dimension, which I just showed you, was put out in January 2025. Yeah, and I saw them in August 2025, so... but yeah, if you want to follow these guys, check them out. They're on YouTube. Just look up Hazard, HAZZERD. So yeah, they're on YouTube. They're on Bandcamp, Spotify, Apple Music, Facebook. They're everywhere. Just look up the band, Hazard Band. You'll find them. All right, so that's the first band. Another band I saw the same year. Another good band, another Calgary band. Woodhawk. And this is their fourth album. Maybe their third album. I think their fourth. Yeah, their fourth album. It's called Love Finds a Way. And these guys are really good too. I'll show you the album particulars. Another three-piece out of Calgary. Here's the insert with lyrics. And yeah, so middle guy is the singer, guitarist. This guy on the side here, sorry, this guy with the beard, he's the bass guitarist. And this other guy right here, he's a drummer. Man, he's a wild drummer. He's like, you know, he gets right into it, and yeah, he puts on a show. They're a good, energetic band. And they're not like thrash metal. They're more kind of hard rock and kind of ZZ Top meets, you know, kind of a punk band like the Sex Pistol. I don't know, just energetic rock. But here's the album I got. Look at that purple. That's pretty nice. Yeah. I like me some colored vinyl, especially if it's real nice looking like this. So yeah, so that's Woodhawk, Love Finds a Way. Fourth album, and yeah, just some deets on them. Woodhawk, they're a Calgary band, active since 2013. Three band members are Turner Midzane on guitars and vocals. We got Mike Badmington on bass and vocals, and drums as Kevin Nelson. And their little blurb says, made of equal parts of 1970s Birmingham and a myriad of 21st century heavy who's who, Calgary trio Woodhawk are purveyors of riff-centric rock and roll. Yeah, that's a good description. They're capable and original. The band is able to craft anthematic, fist-pumping songs while forging tired stoner rock cliches. Yeah, that describes them. But, I mean, I gotta say, if you ever see these guys or Hazard, if you see them anywhere, I suggest you go see them. You won't be disappointed. The albums that Woodhawk has put out was the first one, just titled Woodhawk. It's a digital album, and it was put out on October 2014. I think they put it out on Halloween night, or Halloween, October 31st, 2014. Anyways, their next one is a LP, full-length album. That was put out in April 2017. It's called Beyond the Sun. Their next album after that is called Violent Nature, full-length LP on record, on vinyl, put out in November 2019. And Love Finds a Way, the one that I got here, that was put out in June 2025, so a couple months before I saw him. And yeah, when I bought this album, I bought it right off the other album I bought off the Hazard guys as well. Of course, at the Loud as Hell, you go to the merch table after the band, and the bands are there selling their stuff, shirts and whatnot. But yeah, when I went up to go to the merch table after seeing Woodhawk, went and bought a shirt and saw their albums. They had like 3 albums, like all the ones they put on, and I'm like, oh, which one do I buy? I wanted to buy them all, but I was like, I can't buy them all. Could have just buy one. So I was talking to the guy, which just happened to be the drummer, and I said, yeah, I don't know which album to pick. And he's like, oh, they're all pretty good. And I said, yeah. I said, which one do you suggest? And he's like, this one. This is our new one. I'm like, all right, sounds good, man. So got it. And yeah, it's a pretty deadly album. Love it. Had a bunch of songs on there that I heard that day, like Grave Shaker, Strangers Ever After, Truth Be Told, The Unholy Hand, that's on side A. Side B, Love Finds a Way, Relapser, they played that, and Killing Time. Yeah, good band. 2 good bands. And Canadian bands, Calgary bands in the area. Calgary's only a couple hours away from where I'm at. So, yeah. Anyways, they're on the interwebs as well. Their links, they actually have their own website. It's woodhawk.ca. And I also noticed they're on Bandcamp, Spotify, on Instagram. And on Instagram, I believe they're Woodhawk Riffs. And yeah, you'll find them. Just look up Woodhawk Band, 3-piece band from Calgary. And yeah, so anyways, 2 good bands that I didn't know of till last year in the summer. And glad I went and saw them and bought the albums. They're great albums, both of them, and good bands. And I hope they do well in life. And yeah, so anyways, that just concludes my Friday Night Metal. So like I said before, if you like the video or might like my channel, give me a thumbs up, give me a like, subscribe to the channel, tell your friends, leave a comment. That's about it, other than be a good person and rock on. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Friday Night Metal.